turn that down. Alrighty, I didn't realize how loud the background music was going to be. So, hey guys, and welcome to the just lunch and chill. Well, at the time that this is gonna go, because I know a few of you are on different time zones, so this may be an hour, 2 hours, or an hour or two behind, so it may not be lunch for you guys, but it is for me, which I guess fair is fair. I'm not eating anything either, even though the picture that you see in front of you with all these chicken nuggets may claim otherwise. I am not actually eating, and I'm not eating chicken nuggets either, which is even more disappointing. Let me turn the background music down a little bit. Also, I'm gonna quickly check to see if the volume's okay. Yeah, okay. Everything's good, Alright, I'm gonna adjust this just a little bit. There we go. So, I guess this really isn't going to be any different from how an early morning live stream would go, just in the sense of just talking about stuff. I may end up talking about food-related stuff, but I don't know. We'll see, won't we? Alright, gotta get myself adjusted here. I guess to talk about food. Oh yeah, so I guess some people, now that I think of it, because there are a lot of people who come onto the early morning live streams, which I guess there is a positive for a lot of people for me doing an early morning live stream, because a lot of, I get a lot of people in live chat talking about how they have school in just a few hours, so I guess doing early morning live streams is good for the people who have to go to school, and me streaming early is the only time they get to catch me doing a live stream. So if you didn't catch it, I didn't do an early morning live stream this morning for the reason of, as soon as I woke up, I got to work instantly, so I didn't really get into the mood of having an early morning live stream. So I decided I'd make up for one by doing an evening live stream. So yeah, here's that. And I guess to start this off, we'll start talking about these pile of chicken in the water. The water is just the water joke of me. If you are a part of the early morning live streams, you know that I talk a lot about how much water I drink in the morning. So anyways, getting back to, I guess, talking about the chicken nuggets. A fun fact about me. Fun fact about me and eating chicken nuggets. Every time I go to McDonald's to order chicken nuggets, I only ever order them in packs of 40 and with a basket of fries. I don't know if other McDonald's has specifically basket of fries, but that's how I always order it. I know that's a little weird, and I remember one of my friends researching it to see how many McDonald's chicken nuggets someone can eat before they fall unconscious or something like that. But I always order them in 40. Now, I can't usually eat 40 chicken nuggets instantly. I can usually eat 30 or something. But I forgot what I was saying. Yes, chicken nuggets. Sorry, I got distracted. Well, at least I know that no matter what time I'm streaming at, YouTube Studios will always do the right thing and always give me a warning about crashing. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. It just doesn't feel like a proper stream if I don't get these warnings every time I stream. Okay. So, I usually only ever go to fast food restaurants for one specific thing. For example, McDonald's. I only ever go to McDonald's to eat their chicken nuggets. I never go to McDonald's to eat like a Big Mac or something. I've tried them, and obviously, well, not saying that their chicken nuggets are any better. Again, pretty much artificial. But I would only ever order chicken nuggets whenever I go to McDonald's. It's a very rare occasion, but it does happen from time to time. I only ever go to places like Freddy's for a burger. If you guys ever been to Freddy's, full name like Freddy's Custard Stand, Freddy's Burgers and Custard Stand or something like that. Their burgers, even though that, or I don't know if all Freddy's restaurants are like this, but their burgers, the ones that I have, they may be small, but they are really, really good, and their fries are amazing. I love their fries. I'd recommend Freddy's place. They're pretty good. I'm not sponsored by any restaurant or anything. Oh, also, I got a notification this morning, another one. So if you were, I think it was literally just the last live stream, I got a notification from YouTube over email saying that the previous live stream had copyright claim because music played once again, which I guess fair enough. It's funny because I think of that because I had two. One was the literal last live stream I did yesterday. I think I did one yesterday, and then the other one I got just, I think it was, I don't remember what it was called, may or may not something is the name of the live stream whenever I was playing the Threatening Zeppelin theme. It was, well, that one was claimed too, but it's interesting to me that last live stream I did, I was like, okay, that's fair, but I don't think it's fair for the other one that I got a claim on for the reason of, I did an actual lyric video covering a Cuphead, putting lyrics to which was Carnival Kerfuffle, but I don't know. Well, I'm not an expert in this. Maybe it's because I don't know, but it's just weird to me that playing music through a live stream of Cuphead music, I got a copyright claim, but doing Carnival Kerfuffle, which was music and lyrics, their music, my lyrics, and it didn't get a claim. I don't know how this stuff works. I'm not a professional. People always comes up to me and goes, "You a professional YouTuber? Go talk to Confused. You want to know about video editing?" I'm not a professional. I know how to edit. I would say that I am a person who knows how to edit, but I never call myself a professional YouTuber. People always call me professional YouTuber. I don't know why. Or at least people in my circle do anyways. There was another food-related thing I wanted to talk about that I don't quite remember. Is the background music okay? I may turn that up just a little bit. Just that. Okay, there we go. Okay. So, trying to think of, I guess because it's just lunch. I guess, well, I mean, technically this isn't a food-themed stream. Well, I guess it kind of is. But this is just, again, something of an early morning live stream just done in the evening. So I'm just suffering from the normal early morning live stream things like I have run out of ideas, or I don't have ideas to talk about, I should say. And it just sort of comes in like, I think last live stream I didn't have like a real concrete thing to talk about until it hit like 30 minutes, and that's when I started doing the King Boo voice and everything and messing around doing that. So some live streams go on for pretty much doing nothing, really. What was it? I think it was someone in chat either last time or the live stream before. Someone was saying, or maybe I was saying this to myself, that I should do like a live stream that goes for at least for the time I wake up, which is at 6 a.m. to the time I go to sleep, which is normally at like 8:30. Because I like to wake up early, go to sleep early, so I have enough time to work. What do you call a funny group of cows? A laughing stock. That actually is pretty good. Yes, YouTube, I understand. I'm having issues. Go away. Okay. Enough, YouTube. So, I'm trying to think of food stories for the reason of I have an idea of if I talk about enough food-related stories or just talk about food-related stuff in general, I could probably put it up on the podcast channel. I've already talked about this, but things that, because I'm doing early morning live streams and doing just live streams in general on the main channel a lot more, well, I guess specifically with the early morning live streams, that I'm talking about, you know, a lot more stuff. And since I'm not doing these live streams on the podcast channel, depending on what I talk about and if I'm not stuttering and, you know, all this, I could probably cut some of the things that I talk about here on these live streams and cut them into shorter, smaller topic videos that can make sense that I can put in the podcast channel. So if I talk about enough food-related stories, I guess I could put it in the podcast channel. What do you call, what is that, a cute door? Adorable! This is just punchline hour. That's what I should have named this stream. The comedy stream. All these jokes. I'm getting flashbacks. I've already talked about this before, but I'm getting flashbacks from playing doing the roleplay Star Wars Sith Temple on Roblox. Me and a cousin were playing, and we were in tryouts trying to upgrade in our ranks. And while we were doing tryouts, there were 3 of us. There was me, then my cousin, and then the third guy who was just random stranger who is on, I think, if I remember, like, right side of me. My cousin was on the left. And while we were playing the game, he was asking questions. And whenever he got to him and asking this guy a question beside me, he said the question, whatever it was, I don't remember what it was, and he went silent. He went, okay, and then he stayed silent for a long time. He eventually answered the question, but before he actually answered the question, the guy who was doing the tryouts went, okay, come on, Google boy, we don't have all day. That's just something that I look back fondly on, thinking about, well, Roblox mainly. I think the only time I've ever joined groups, because I don't really care about it too much, but that was probably the only time I actually joined like a Roblox group doing something like that, was the Sith Temple. I looked it up. They do have a core band temple. It's a little bit upgraded from the last time I joined, but changes. It's fine. I gotta stop fiddling with the music. Even though I don't have food, even though I'm sitting on a stack of chicken nuggets, I don't have food. I may actually literally go downstairs to get food, so I'll be right back. I should have changed my Be Back Soon screen from getting tea to getting food. But I do have water with me. So don't worry, I'm still getting my daily intake of 3 gallons of water that I drink every day. Don't worry about it. I was also blowing out, rewatching the live stream because I wanted to hear my King Boo voice, because I haven't heard my own voice doing the King Boo voice. Looking back on yesterday's live stream of me doing the King Boo voice, I noticed that I was like busting the, that's so weird, blowing out the microphone, I guess is a way of doing it. Live chat exists, me is still free estate. Oh, it's free real estate. Me and my dyslexic brain didn't get that the first time, and I think it would have been funny if I did catch that the first time, but that's still pretty good. It's free real estate. Sorry, sorry, I regret doing that. It would be nice if this thing would go away. I do want to, again, this is just lunch and chill, hang out. I don't really care about talking. This isn't a food themed stream once again, but again, I kind of do want to talk a little bit about food related stuff, so I could put it on the podcast channel, cut it down, make a smaller video. So before is that pretty much sums up all these live streams. Before I was, but then again, well, no, basically, that's how I think I sound whenever I'm doing these live streams. How I think I talk. Ooh, I guess this is something I could bring up. So, you know how I don't think anyone was a part of anyone who's here was a part of the last live stream, but if you were if anyone here did join in the last live stream, or you rewatched it and you saw what I was talking about, I think that was in the last live stream. I was talking about how one of my main problems is that I have an issue with starting projects, like keep starting new projects and just never finishing the ones I started. And I did it again. I did indeed did it again. Which I guess technically this project was something that I had planned to do in the future, sometime in the future, because I wanted to do it. YouTube is getting me a little bit of lag, YouTube Studios. So I didn't start putting lyrics to it yet. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull the thumbnail in here. This is gonna be huge. Hiya! Yep. So I started, I don't know when I'm going to get around to finishing any of these. I'll pull up, for those of you who didn't see the last one that I was talking about, I'll pull up the thumbnail for that one too. But this is the new project I started. And I don't know. Well, I'm certain I will get around to doing this one because this is one that I had planned to do in the future. So this is controlling myself with confronting. I keep saying control. Confronting myself with lyrics. This is from a game called Celeste. I think it's called Celeste. I love the music in Celeste. If you've never played the game, you should. Even if you haven't played the game before and you're interested in, you don't want spoilers. Just don't look up gameplay. Just look up the playlist that they have of their music. It is so good. I saved their entire playlist of their music. The music in that game is amazing. And I don't know if she changed. I feel like she did change her name. I want to look. She probably didn't. I'm just thinking of a different YouTuber. Let me see. Go to my look up. Hold on, guys. I'll get to it just a sec. Oh, League of Legends changed their logo. Interesting. Haven't played League of Legends in forever, but I am subscribed to League of Legends over YouTube. Because even the Hackerling. Okay, so she's not Octoling Haxer anymore. She's just Hackerling. Okay, I wanted to know just to be sure. So I guess she did. Okay, so she has the Hackerling. She I watched her over on Twitch playing Celeste, and that was the first time I've ever saw the game. And I fell in love with the music in Celeste. It is amazing. And I thank her for getting for doing that live stream for me to show. And this is just, their music is really awesome. So that's this thumbnail. My original plan was to do small musical bites of the game, but again, that's depending on if I can ever get around to it. So look forward. I'll probably make Confronting Myself probably this month or next month. And really quick, for those of you who weren't here yet, oh, chat was a little crazy. Okay, so for those of you who, it's noon and I still haven't ate a single meal today. Angry tummy noises. I've been living off of peanut butter. I can probably tell you you guys about how much I enjoy peanut butter, but that's kind of a weird topic, ain't it? I'm trying to find the thumbnail. Oh no, did I accidentally do the stupid thing and trash it? I hope I didn't. Hold on. Did I trash the thumbnail? Okay, no, I didn't. Okay, here it is. I couldn't find the thumbnail. So another new project I had started working on, and for some reason, I keep starting new projects. Okay, so this one. If you weren't here for the last live stream, no, what did I do? I think I accidentally did something. Oh no, hold on. Oh no, the chat's gone. Where'd the chat go? Oh no, I can't see you guys. Hold on. Window capture, where? Oh no, you guys are so small. I'm so sorry. I couldn't see anything. Okay, so there we go. So if you weren't here for the last live stream, here's another project I was complaining about. Not in a bad way, I was just complaining because this is sort of what started off the talk about. I start projects and I just never end up finishing them. Is live okay? I feel like it's not as good as what I'm seeing. Is it really laggy? Hold on. I'm gonna need to look at this on my phone real quick. I feel like I'm not seeing this properly. Hold on. Another project I was complaining about. Okay, so this one. Check. Okay, so there we go. Sorry, hold on. I guess I gotta mute myself because I already know how it sounds. You're just gonna hear a playback. Let's see. Sometimes I forget like how high pitched my voice is. So live stream is a bit laggy. That's unfortunate. So anyways, this was the video to work on this month for the IRB channel, which is the Mario Brothers Villain Cipher, Rap Cipher. So I guess there's that. No, not a... Every time. I can't... Hold on. I had changed the... No! Click the thing that I want! I'm losing everything. This is kind of a mess. Okay, well, I had a cool colored... I changed the color of the background, but I guess now it's just going to be normal colored. I wanted to be thematic, but I guess this is just how things are going to have to be. Alright, whatever. This is fine. Just a handful of problems today. Go to there we go. Alright. I have video ideas and do them, but I never finish them. Either I'm in this video and I don't like it. You mean this live stream that's gonna turn into a video? Let me put this... No, because then that's gonna have issues. I guess now I know why it was sort of spazzing out on me. Oh well. It's just gonna have to stay like this. It's fine. Okay. I may end up, just because it is gonna be annoying me, I may just color the background again, so give me a second while I do that live, because I want this to stay thematic. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with this. I like thematic things. Color correction, change the saturation, there we go. Hue shift, and low gamma. I don't know if this is exactly how I had it, but I guess it's just gonna have to be that way. Okay, so I changed the color back. Okay. Now we have reached almost 30 minutes, and I've talked about nothing. But if you haven't been here for the earlier morning live streams, you know that that's basically what this consists of. So, story time? I hope so. I'm trying to think of all the stories I could tell, but I can't really think of anything. I kind of want food-related stuff, like I said, so I could sort of put it on the podcast channel. Let me hold on. These chicken nuggets. There we go. Chicken nuggets good. Chicken nuggets good. Yeah, I don't know if it's the resolution, but just this stream, maybe not this stream in particular. Maybe it was the past ones, and I just haven't been paying attention, but it's kind of bad. Probably just stream, yeah. I keep getting worried about it because I keep having these small pauses in studios. It hasn't crashed yet, but I'm afraid it's getting there. So anyways, story time. What story could I tell? You have a story? You have stories? I think, to think up a story at the same time. I don't know if you guys can hear all the talking going on in the background. Ah! Okay, good. My double monitor is still intact. I might quickly go downstairs to get me something to eat. I don't know if I'll do that right now. I don't think I had changed the color of my Be Back Soon screen either. I like things being thematic and colored thematically, whatever. This isn't anything food related, but this is something I could sort of complain about if you guys want to hear me complain about this, even though I sort of already talked about this. So, as you guys know of what I just brought up, that I have a problem with starting new projects without finishing any of the old ones that I had started. I do that all the time, and I hate it so much, because I have, right now, the biggest thing that I'm working on is Hollow Knight musical bites, and I'm so close to finishing them. And I think that's the thing that I dislike so much about the situation, because I'm so close. I'm so close to having the lyrics finished. So close to having this project that I've been working on for so long to have it finished. And it's just scraping the edge. It's not getting done purely because of my laziness, and I dislike it so much. Well, maybe it's just because I get inspired by seeing a bunch of other creators. I get inspired by, like, for instance, right now I am a little bit more into finishing the rap battle video. Not the rap battle video, I'm sorry, the rap cipher. For the reason of a little bit more on the feeling about rap this time. However, I could literally go off, watch like Man on the Internet or something, and can get inspired by doing music, drop the rap, and start working on music again. That is something that happens all the time. So, me as someone who works based on inspiration is a terrible thing. Again, for the reason of, if I have something, for example, these bites, these Hollow Knight musical bites that I need to complete, but I'm getting inspired by a different genre of music, it has an issue pulling me away from my current project to work on something that I may end up dropping anyways, just to go back to working on what I was, when I could have finished what I was working on to begin with. I can complain about this all day, but I'm not going to. Because in this is supposed to be a chill stream. And my laptop is anything but chill right now. It sounds like it's blowing up. again, I sort of want to bring up food topics, but I can't think of anything. I guess we could bring up food topics whenever I can think of them. Right now I can't. So I guess just... what other thing could be discussed? TikTok. Ooh, wait a minute. Oh. Ah, I lost it. I had an idea. But I lost it. Hello. Welcome to the Chicken Nugget livestream, as you could clearly tell. Sort of yawned in the middle of that. Hey, Jesterman, what's up? I actually didn't think you were going to be joining this late. Not this early. I know you usually join sometimes a little bit on the early morning live streams. What are some food topics to talk about? I can't think of anything. Again, I don't want this. I don't like having dead space. I mean, again, I know I put background music and everything, but I don't like, I don't like there being dead space in these live streams, so I like to try to talk as much as I can, even if it's just pointless talking. I just don't like having dead space. Let's see. I already talked about how I always order chicken. Oh yeah, food. I guess I could talk about a little bit. So I think I mentioned this. When did I? I don't think. I don't remember. Well, in any case. And I forgot it instantly. Yay for me. Burgers or tacos? You should not be asking me on what food I think is better because... So, I've already talked about this, but I guess I can expand on it if you weren't here. So, when it comes to specifically, I guess it's restaurants and fast food restaurants, but mainly for fast food restaurants, whenever I go out to eat or order something, DoorDash or whatever, whenever I'm going specifically eating out at some place, I always get one specific thing, the one thing that I like at that place. For example, McDonald's. I never go to McDonald's for a burger or whatever else they have. I only ever go there for chicken nuggets, which, again, I'm well aware that's chicken nuggets at McDonald's aren't exactly good either. But I don't like their burgers much more than I don't like their chicken nuggets, so I would eat their chicken nuggets. I don't know if I explained that great, but, Taco Bell is a little bit easier to explain because it's just... You get soft shells, you can get hard shells, you can get things like the Dorito. Oh, I love the Dorito tacos. This is American Stream. Is that supposed to be a reference to something? Is that supposed to be a reference to something? YouTube Studios, stop it. Go away with your notifications. Okay. I guess I could talk a little, well, I don't know, because I sort of don't remember what happened. I would try to bring up small clips if I can, but it's going to take me a while to sort of import them from my phone to my laptop. Chicken nuggets are amazing. I honestly didn't know that there were different sort of brands. Like, we get them, like, sometimes, we get them and, like, buy them in these big bags. So I didn't know that there were, this was a long time ago, I didn't know that there were any kinds that are, like, similar in what style McDonald's has them. Because, what was it, Raisin Cane's or I think it's Chick-fil-A that also has chicken nuggets that are actual chicken, like, chicken nuggets. I love their chicken. Well, Chick-fil-A, you get it. But I do prefer Chick-fil-A's chicken nuggets over McDonald's chicken nuggets if I do have that option. They are really good. Food is like dark humor. Not everyone gets it. Oh, that's sad for a number of reasons. Oh no. I guess this is technically food related. It's sort of related to birthday, but I guess this is what I could talk about. So I don't remember what birthday it was, either my 9th or 10th birthday. I think I even still have the old camera, but I had this, for one of my birthdays, I had like an Angry Birds birthday party, and it was this really nice looking Angry Birds cake. and we mainly had outside thing because we put cardboard boxes. We got cardboard boxes. We put it out, and then we got a bunch of balls that were colored, green for the pigs and then red for the birds. And it was just a game where you just stack up the boxes, put the green balls on them, throw the red balls. It was just simple stuff. Simple things like that. But I remember that being a really fun birthday party because that was also the birthday that I got I forgot what brand of camera it was. It was kind of old. Something with a V, I think. Something that starts with a V. But that was my first time interacting with technology because I think it was at either age 10. Well, I think it had to be at age 10. Whenever I turned 10 that I got my first iPhone. So I'm pretty sure it was whenever I was 9 or 8. One of those birthday parties that I got the camera. And then at age 10 I got my iPhone. My first iPhone. You just call him out straight on stream? Really? What do rappers and vegans have in common? Fake beef. Oh, really? Should have renamed this stream Comedy Central. I think I meant to say Comedy Stage, but I guess that works too. This is other kids. Normal kids call their parents with the phone. Orphans only need an OJ. That's not good. That's a whole other problem. There was something else related to Raising Cane's that I wanted to talk about that I don't remember. I think it had something to do with, for those of you who saw the announcement of my 1 week long buy, which it's gonna take me forever to make that video. I guess technically I could say I started working on this video because I started looking through all the footage that I took, combined of all the videos and pictures that I took during that week that I was gone. I need a once I finish, well, it's going to be difficult. So for those of you who didn't see it, I made a poll on the community post about what musical project would you like to see next after the Hollow Knight musical bites were finished. I put up Mario Tennis Aces and Pokemon Sword and Shield musical bites. I honestly thought people were going to do Mario Tennis Aces, and so I was really surprised when people were choosing Sword and Shield. I guess the reason why I'm surprised Sword and Shield is because, even though, Pokemon's popular and everything, because I always had the opinion that other people didn't like Sword and Shield that much, so I wasn't expecting people to, well, I guess, I never played Mario Tennis Aces. I did play Pokemon Sword and Shield, though. But I've seen gameplay, Mario Tennis Aces and everything, I sort of have to, which, again, my opinion of how I make these videos is I usually watch, I said opinion, that isn't right, but I usually watch gameplay normally. If I don't have the game, it doesn't matter, I'll just watch no commentary gameplay 100% playthrough. For the reason of, even if I play the game, I'm more focused on enjoying the game. I don't care about I don't really care about the story. I don't care. I just like going through the game. Hey, Multiple, don't you have... Hey, you made it. Wait, don't you have class? Wait, hold on. Me throw a dart with accurate percentage. Everyone else at the acupuncture clinic. Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. That's something else. I may have to just make a compilation on the podcast or even on the main channel of all the funny things that you guys say in chat. That's that's something. So back to what I was saying. So it doesn't matter whether I play the game or watch the gameplay first. I would much rather, I mean, if I have access to play the game, I obviously would play it. But most of the time I would prefer to watch gameplay anyways, for the reason of I can actually pay attention, because whenever I'm playing the game, I like to focus on what objective I have to complete, not focusing on what the story is, which, making lyric videos like what I do, you need to understand what the story is, what, like, how the characters are. You need to understand how all that is to make lyrics for specific characters and everything like I do. So, I just watch gameplay videos anyway, so I can, because that makes it easier for my ADHD brain to focus on one thing. But again, if I have access to the game, I will play it anyways. This is a joke stream now? Nah. This is still lunch and chill with your boy. Chicken Nugget as always here. Sorry, I sort of blacked out there for a second. What happened? Oh yeah, I remember I was supposed to go downstairs and get me food. I guess I'm not technically hungry. Like I said, I basically live off of peanut butter, which is not a good thing, but I don't know anyone who does this. But I consume peanut butters by the spoonfuls. Gigantic spoonfuls. That's how I like eating snacks. Peanut butter, my peanut butter as a snack. Just a big spoonful of peanut butter. That's how I usually consume it. Again, that's probably not the healthiest thing, but that's what I do. Oh, everyone at the airport. For a second, I wasn't getting what the joke was. That's bad. That's bad. Just walk on the water. Humans are 72% water in their bodies. I can walk on humans. Oh, wait a minute. I think I have heard that joke before. Hold on. I think I have heard that joke before. I don't know if I heard it from you. IRL. We know each other IRL. I don't know if it was from you IRL, if it was for someone else, but I think I heard that one before. That was loud. Or at least for me it was. I don't know if it was for you guys, but for me that was loud. That what just happened on my end here. Something else food related, fun fact about me, I guess you could say. That I could say. I always try, for the reason of for days that I know I'm going to be singing, and I've sort of talked about this before, that whenever, I always try to, on days that I know that I'm going to be practicing or singing or something, I try to do my best to stay away from eating things like sugar or dairy products. So whenever I have days where I'm eating out, for those of you guys who don't know, the reason specifically with singing is it causes phlegm, and it does sort of get in the way of singing, so it is easier to just ignore eating that foods, which I keep saying for that reason that I'm going to get like accidentally healthy doing that. So anyways, every time I go out, this is just, even on days that I'm like, no, I'm not going to be singing, this is just how I usually am now, I guess. Usually I'm just like, yeah, give me a large Sprite, or like a root beer or something like that. Like this fast food drinks, just give me some. The bubblier the soda, the better it is. Just, that isn't true, by the way. So, nowadays, I usually just ask for water, which is a good thing because I'm more, which technically is a good thing. I mean, I enjoy drinking like soft drinks and everything, but I'm starting to slowly implement more healthier things in my life. When it comes to eating specifically, like, I'm not ordering, like, I always do my best, even when presented the option, I always do my best to sort of not drink a lot of soft drinks anymore, and try to do my best to drink things like water and everything. I think yesterday or the day before, I was actually drinking this new juice that I haven't had before, which was like, Hawaiian sweet tea, or Hawaiian tea, or Hawaiian juice, something like that. It was watermelon. It was really good. So yeah, that's why I say I'm gonna get accidentally healthy, from what I'm doing, because, yeah. I have a weird This doesn't usually happen for a lot of streams, but for some reason I just had the strange sensation of talking about lore related things. Gets would kill everyone else. The baby delivery. Oh no indeed. Trying to scratch my nose. I'm trying to may or may not be on my phone because I want to try to talk about something. Spreading positivity. Everyone else at the COVID test. Oh yeah, that's a something, all right. No dead space. Gotta keep talking. I keep forgetting that I'm streaming, so I sort of go quiet. I'm trying not to be quiet. My goal is to be, I've already talked about, talking about lore. I've already talked about so much lore, and everyone here who is present probably have already heard of all the lore that I've talked about. Or maybe you're someone who joined in a little bit later and you don't know. I don't know. The only thing I could really do in this live stream is sort of repeat lore that I've already talked about. That was already talked about. Because I can't really think of any other lore things. Donkey Kong lore stream confirmed. Again, that is going to come in the future. Man, I should have planned that for this live stream. That would have been a perfect timing, but unfortunately, man, that would have been perfect, but I didn't do research into it yet. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry, Jesterman. It'll come in the future. Don't worry about it. I'm probably going to do the Donkey Kong lore stream once I get finished with the musical bites, because that's like been a strain. So once I finish that, I'm gonna feel so free, and now I'm gonna do that stream. We're gonna have a full 12-hour Donkey Kong lore stream. Let's do this. I gotta go now. I gotta be with my fiance. Okay, cool. Later, man. Thank you for joining the stream. It's been fun having you. Bye. Good. It's been fun having you around. Have I talked about how much I love Kirby lore? I don't know how much I remember I don't remember anything of what I talked. I remember talking a little bit about Galactonite lore, but I love Kirby lore. It's some of the best that I've heard in the longest time. Yeah. The most recent lore that I've looked up on was History of General Grievous. Technically, that does count as lore. Because it's, well, I mean, it's something that happens in the graphic novels and everything of Star Wars, but not in the show. So could that technically be considered lore? The first lightsaber was made by the Sith, and they called it the Proto-Saber. Just mindless stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know, man. These are things I've already talked about before. I also love Kirby lore. It's some amazing lore. And it's just mind-blowing of how expansive the lore is. Like, I don't know if other people really looked into Kirby lore, but it is beautiful to me of just how long it is. Long meaning, like, how it spans over all the games and how it all connects to everything, and how characters like Galactonite, because if you don't look into the lore, you would have had a perspective that I would have had always playing Kirby games, which is just like, Kirby goes on an adventure, he sees a few familiar faces, like Marx, he made a comeback, but this time he's an ally, or Galactonite is a recurring secret boss that always comes up. Like, you would have that kind of perspective like I would have had playing through Kirby games, but now that I've seen the Kirby lore and understand the truth of everything, I'm seeing it through a whole different perspective playing Kirby games now. Like, everything connects in a way I never expected it to. And it is amazing, and I love it. And it's funny because I never really thought, I never even knew Dark Matter was a character that existed until I had watched Kirby lore, which of course Dark Matter had made his appearance in other Kirby games. Like, I know he made an appearance in Kirby Planet Robobot, I believe, as I think one of Meta Knight's modes that you play as Meta Knight, and you fight Dark Matter Swordsman. I know Dark Matter Swordsman made appearance there. But I didn't know Dark Matter was like a character who existed at all until the lore, because the only few main times that I know Dark Matter sort of, that technically you didn't know they made a big connection, purely name-wise. Dark Matter obviously appeared sort of relative to the earlier games. That's the first time he appeared, and then the next time you know he appears, which was, again, Dark Matter Swordsman, and then into the games like Kirby 64 with Zero 2 and Kirby Dreamland 3 with Zero, the first Zero. I sort of said it out of order, but Kirby Dreamland 3, you got the first Zero, and then Kirby 64, you have Zero 2. It's all so fascinating. And I think one of the ones that I've loved hearing about the most in Kirby lore was talking about the Mirror Realm and everything, and the mirrored version of everyone. So there's Shadow Kirby, there's Shadow Meta Knight, and then there was the Dark Mind. There was good old Dark Mind, who was the villain that you beat. It's just because thinking about it, it makes so much sense in such a cool way. Dark Mind is the reflected version of Dark Matter. But the difference between going into this Mirror Realm is, you know, for Meta Knight, Shadow Meta Knight and everything, because that was I think that was the original reason for the game going into the Mirror Realm, was Meta Knight. It has like a symbolic symbol nature to it, because you're fighting Dark Mind, which is a reflected version of Dark Matter from Kirby's normal world, Kirby's Dreamland and everything. However, Kirby never did that, technically. He did fight Dark Matter a few times, but Dark Mind, the Mirror Realm, is supposed to be like Dark, his real form is like true form, but and it's supposed to be the mirrored version of him. However, in the actual world of Dreamland Kirby, not in the mirror world, Kirby didn't do that. Like, maybe the first form that you fight Dark Matter, and maybe that was his original form, I kind of don't remember, but he had took on many forms, and now from Kirby Star Allies that he sort of made his symbolic reappearance with his traditional form that you see him in the earlier Kirby games, as sort of the true form of Void Termina, as you see. It's all so crazy. It's amazing. Crazy amazing. What commercial was that from? I don't know why I got sidetracked if we're talking about commercials, but there we go. I did it. I don't know. I just love thinking about that and how that comes together with the Mirror Realm. The symbology of you, Kirby, defeating Dark Mind in the Mirror Realm. Dark Mind, again, reflection of Dark Matter. Symbolic to defeating Dark Matter, but you're defeating the Mirror Realm version, Dark Mind. I think Amazing Mirror is the only game DDD doesn't appear in. That is very true. Thinking back, I don't recall ever seeing DDD at all in that game. Now that I think about it, you are right. That's crazy. I was about to name a few Kirby games, but now that I think about it, all those games had him in too. Kirby's Epic Yarn was one I was about to say, but technically he does appear in that one. Very interesting. I did not notice that. Very interesting. Now I'm kind of wanting to look up some more Kirby. I mean, I've heard all the Kirby lore, because after Star Allies, you know, lore sort of stops. There isn't really much else to talk about unless new games are made, more lore is discovered. But for now, it's just not much else to talk about, because lore sort of, you know, stopped where it is. Trying to look up something. Oh, I guess I could do this really quick. It will probably crash the stream. Also, in Japan, Dark Mind is named Dark Zero. Oh, interesting. I did not know that. Dark Zero, huh? Very interesting. That means the symbolic nature isn't how I thought it was. Because Zero was a part of dark matter, right? Zero, you fight Zero, and then in the fight you have in the second stage, during your fight with Zero in Kirby Dream Land 3, his skin comes off and you just fight the eyeball part of Zero. And then in Kirby 64, you fight Zero 2, which is basically the skin that had came off, that's grown wings and can fly, and you fight that version. So that means, like, also the dark matter in Robobot is just a clone, not the original. Yeah, I remember that. I remember they talking about that. Because that was done by one of the ancient, well, not one of the ancients. I mean, it was the ancients' design for the Wishing Star, but it was done by what's-his-face from the work company or whatever from that game that was responsible for doing that. For those of you, this is what I was trying to do. So for those of you, that's kind of big. For those of you who don't know who this dark, if I could only highlight, I think I lost him. He's right here. I got him. No, that ain't right. There he is. Here's the boy. Stop picking up the background. No, not the chicken nuggets. This guy. There we go. For those of you who don't know who Dark Matter is, that's this little boy right here. One of the early enemies that Kirby fights. And technically, the main Kirby enemy of the whole Kirby franchise. If you think about it, because Dark Matter has made his appearance, maybe not in this specific form. Would you stop picking up the background? Dark Mind. No, Dark... What is it? What is it? There's so... My problem is I got too many chicken nuggets on the screen. So I'm having issues of picking stuff. I'm trying to expand them a little bit. There we go. So this is Dark Matter right here. So... Dark Matter appeared as one of the many early fights, and throughout the game, you may not have realized it, but looking at some lore and everything, you would know Dark Mind has been Kirby's fighting anime through the whole time. Like, the example, just because I love the game, I'm gonna go back to the refer back to Kirby Returns to Dreamland for the Wii. In the game, the main boss that you fight is Magolor, and he fights for this crown of infinite power. He puts it on, he transforms into his evil form, yada yada yada, and you fight him. But going into more research of some games and future stuff, you know that in the fight with Kirby Superstar allies with Void Termina, and you sort of discover when you go inside and you see Void in there that takes a similar form as the dark matter that you see here on screen. He copies the similar form, and one of Void Termina's attacks is that crown that Magolor wore. So that sort of makes a connection between Void Termina, dark matter, and Magolor, all the way back in that game. Just a small thing like that. But not Void Termina, whatever. I guess technically one and the same in a sense. With current information being how, you know. I'm gonna delete the wrong thing. I know I'm gonna delete the wrong thing. Hold on. I want to do this way so I'm not deleting the wrong thing. Nope. Nope. I'm gonna delete the wrong thing. Okay. You could kill all of dark matter species with eye drops. Oh. That's a good one. Let's see. I'm gonna try to name off the top of my head all the forms that I know Dark Matter, even if it was not himself, some of the pieces of Dark Matter was. So there was Dark Matter himself, which I just showed. There was the Dark Matter Swordsman. There was Goopy, who is a piece of Dark Matter, but he's a good guy, even though he's a part of Dark Matter. So there's Gooey. I think I called him Goopy or something. So there's those three, and then there is... For some reason, I wanted to... Well, obviously, there's Zero, Zero 2. I'm not gonna call Dark Mind a version, even though Dark Mind is a reflected version, is the mirrored version of Dark Matter. I'm not gonna count him in this list because it needs to be in the same realm, the normal Dreamland realm, not the Mirror Realm. Because the Mirror Realm, I can imagine the Mirror Realm story has their own problems to deal with. What an interesting thing. I mean, I know, the mirror sort of appears up in other games. What game was it? I think someone already mentioned it. I keep forgetting the name of it. It's the game where you fight the woman who wanted to be pretty, so she made a wish to something, and I think it was the mirror, and she turned into a big bee wasp lady. It was that game. But I know that the mirror makes an appearance in there, and then Galactonite also sort of appears out of the mirror. Which game was it? Was it in that same game? Or I think it actually... No, I think it was in Kirby Star Allies, actually. That Galactonite kind of infused with this little butterfly, and he became the Morpho Knight, or something like that. And apparently that this little butterfly had a lot more power than what you expect. I completely forgot about the butterfly thinking back on it. So this butterfly had made an appearance in a lot of Kirby games. Like in a lot of the intros for a lot of Kirby games. You see it a lot. And in Kirby Superstar Allies, years of games later, this little butterfly that you see hovering around Kirby in intro screens, you see lands on Meta Knight. And all of a sudden, I'm sorry, Galactonite, not Meta Knight. He lands on Galactonite, and all of a sudden Galactonite gains so much more power. Presumably, the butterfly sort of controls Galactonite in a sense, sort of taking control over him. That this little thing had a lot more power. And I would love to see how the story with this butterfly goes. Like, what secrets does this butterfly have? Because again, this is not the reason why I haven't really brought up the butterfly and other Kirby lore that I've talked about on stream is because there wasn't a lot of current lore on it. The only thing we really know about this butterfly is that it's made so many appearances and a lot of intros to a lot of Kirby games, and now in Kirby Star Allies it sort of made an appearance, and now it's shown to be something completely different, maybe something not exactly good, or maybe not well, I mean, it controlled and then it used Galactonite to attack you, right? That's how that version went. You fight Morpho Knight. But still, if there was a little bit more lore about that little butterfly, I could talk a little bit more about it. But again, there's just that in North America version of Dreamland 2, there is a 1 in 8 chance of Gooey to be replaced with a female version of Gooey that's only been known as Girl Blob and has never appeared since. Now that is just a nice fun fact. I never heard about that, and I've never heard of other lore people who I've looked up talking about Kirby lore talk about Girl Blob. So I wonder, either it's just like a little fun fact and then the people were like, you know what, we'll just keep it as Gooey. Or if that is legitimately just a lore thing and people are sort of overlooking it. I wonder if that's the case. It was just like a little small fun fact thing, or if it's like an actual lore thing. Because I've never heard anyone talking about it. So I'm really interested in knowing if that's the case. Maybe the Girl Blob is true dark matter form. Sarcasm. Please don't take this seriously. I'm not some theorist on video games. I'm not a professional. I mean, that's something that I'd like doing from time to time. I made an entire which I think is kind of null and void now with the new games that have come out in the series for Hyrule Warriors. But I made an entire Hyrule Warriors theory of the first Hyrule Warriors game for Zelda that came out that I had made. Never posted it. But I remember a lot of the main points. I kind of do want to talk about it. It would kind of be pointless for the reason of, now with the release of the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, my theory is sort of kicked in the face. But I would be not sad if I were to talk about it, even if it isn't true anymore. I may actually do that because I haven't really talked a lot about food, so I wanted to talk about enough food-related stuff to put on the podcast channel. Since I sort of couldn't do that, I may end up doing that theory video. Well, I mean, technically, that still would be a relatively long video. Also, according to Dreamland 3, again, the fish is canonically married. Really? Huh. Hold on. Really? I'm legit. I gotta. Hold on. Dreamland 3. I gotta look this up. I'm sorry. This is like the only thing that I've really looked up. Huh. How interesting. Very interesting. Sorry I'm late. I'm going somewhere. I'm in dog tomorrow. Ah. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're just sitting here talking about, just hanging, chilling, talking about lore that I've sort of already talked about. It's funny, because the only game, I think on DS, again, I've seen like I've sort of had to for doing research, purely because I love how Kirby lore is, but Kirby Superstar, what? One of the missions is getting him to his wife? Really? These are things that I did not know. I guess because mainly videos that I've seen related to all these characters are from Kirby lore. And I guess if it's not, like, important to the lore, I guess they don't mention it. Which I guess, fair enough. Fair enough. If it's not a part of the lore, then they shouldn't talk about it in a video talking about lore. What are some Kirby characters that you may have not have remembered? Which, one of the characters I was gonna bring up was Fololo and Falala. I don't know what other games, Kirby games, they had made their appearance in, but I do know, because I played the game, I do know that they had made an appearance in Kirby not Superstar Allies, Superstar Ultra. I was gonna say, I think one of the Kirby characters that people may not know as well, like some enemy characters that may not be known as well, like the Waddle Dees, they're sort of iconic because, well, I guess they work for King Dedede, so I guess in a way they would be iconic. Which I gotta bring up really quick. I love that in Kirby Returns to Dreamland, you can play as Spear Waddle Dee. You could be, or no, it's called Bandana D or something like that, right? Bandana Waddle Dee or something like that. This is a really fun character to play as. Lots of fun. But anyways, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, talking about characters. Like I said, I was gonna bring up, I think Fololo and Falala were one of the Kirby bosses that people wouldn't have known as well, but I sort of take that back because of the reason that the Kirby show exists, Kirby Right Back At Ya, and they appear a lot in that show, especially in a lot of the early episodes. I think in the very first episode they show Fololo and Falala, I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong about that though. No, I think it wasn't the first one, but they do, la 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 la, not Fololo, Falala. Oh yeah, I'm so sorry, I forgot their names, it's been a while. But anyways, I think people would know him for the reason of there were a handful of people out there who watched the show, so people would know them because they make a canon appearance in the show. Meta Knight is my favorite character ever in Dreamland. Yeah, that's not surprising. Meta Knight's pretty awesome. Well, I mean, if you're looking from a cool villain's perspective, you could see how in Kirby Superstar and Superstar Ultra, if you want to play that game too, you would see how Meta Knight's wanting to take over Dreamland from DDDs or make it or whatever. I'm pretty sure people already know the story of Meta Knight's whole armada and the reason for him building his ship in the first place. His ship is pretty cool. He built that thing, and that's awesome. Marks for life, bud. I actually don't have an opinion on it, what Dreamland character is my favorite. Because originally I would say Magalore is my favorite character of all of them. But from all the times that I've looked up and seeing new characters like Dark Matter and learning more about Galactonite from almost not knowing anything about Galactonite to learning about Galactonite's story, how he started, where he is now, I have no idea anymore, sort of don't have an opinion on what character I enjoy. I mean, Marks is definitely up there, higher than... Personally, Marks is up there higher for over Meta Knight for me, personally. Meta Knight's still a pretty awesome character, though. But he's broken in Brawl. Oh, you don't have to tell me about that. I've played Brawl so much, and one of my cousins played as Meta Knight. I'm well aware of how annoying and broken Meta Knight is in that game. You don't have to bring that up. I play it. It's very awesome. I think one of the greatest disses that I've ever heard. I'm specifically talking about a rap battle. Which one was it in? I think it was with versus Kirby or something. Actually, Count of all the chicken dude built the halberd, just teamed up with Meta Knight. I got that. I mean, he has a whole team, right? I mean, it obviously isn't just Meta Knight. I said that for a joke, but because whenever you play through, you hear you see the text box with Meta Knight talking, and Vol along with his, what was it, 1, 2, 3, was it 3 people? Was it 3 other people? There were 3 other people that were over the comms as well, that you sort of meet up and fight against them later on the same mission whenever you're taking down Meta Knight's ship. Whoever their name's called, like, Meta Knight had a team of people with them up there, so... I mean, I just, you know. Also, I didn't realize the brick background doesn't really look like it changed a lot. It's fine. I won't mess with the color too much. I brought up something. I forgot what it was. It was something that I didn't finish talking about. What is it? What is it? What is it? I don't know. Gonna take a drink of water. Oh yeah, I was talking about Brawl and my favorite diss on Meta Knight. My favorite had to have been, I don't remember, I think it was against Kirby. I'm talking about specifically Rap Battle, which was a reference to Brawl, which was something. I might have to rewatch it or something, because I don't remember it all I remember was like, I'll leave you like Meta Knight and Brawl broken. I remember that was like, I was left in awe with that, because at that point I sort of had forgotten a bit about Brawl, which is fascinating because the first main, well, obviously I had the DS and a Game Boy before I had like a bigger Nintendo console. I bought the we got the Wii when it came out, so a large majority of my childhood games were played on the Wii. So I played a lot of Wii games, Mario Party 8. Kirby Returns to Dreamland, Mario Super Sluggers for the Wii, Super Mario Bros. For the Wii. I played a few Sonic games, Sonic Unleashed for the Wii. There was Sonic in the, I think it was Sonic in the Black Knight or something like that for the Wii as well, which that was one of my favorite Sonic games story-wise. So a lot of my childhood games were mainly played on the Wii. And obviously, Brawl was a part of that. I think Brawl had level creation where you can create your own levels. That was lots of fun. I remember enjoying that a lot. let me see if I remember all my mains of how I used to play. So I started, I think my earliest main that I tried was Dark Pit, was trying to main Dark Pit. You know, spamming side B, that iconic move that Dark Pit and Pit are very much known for. Specifically in Smash Brothers. Or side whatever other button, because I know there's a lot of people who change around the buttons whenever they play Smash Brothers. I'm very sad that the Wii eShop and online were taken down. I know, right? I was so disappointed when that happened. Have you guys ever seen... I used to go on the Wii shop. I don't know if you guys have ever done this, or if any of you watching have even had a Wii before, but back whenever the Wii shop was still a thing, and you could buy games off of the Wii eShop and everything, they had like videos on the Wii eShop, and one of my favorites that I remember me and my brother getting together to watch all the time was, I forgot the title specifically, but it was these two people. Stream sort of bugged out there for a second, but it was these two people called Gary and Alice, and I can't believe I remember that. And it was like small videos that they would bring up, like Gary and Alice, and then there was Dark Gary as well. I even remember watching the holiday season with Dark Gary. It was just really fun, and I remember enjoying watching those, talking about like other games. Like I remember Metroid was a game that was brought up. It was lots of fun to watch. I look back on the Wii eShop with that fondly, and that's one of the big things that I miss with that, is watching that those small videos that they come out with on the Wii eShop with Gary and Alice. I forgot what the show that they had was exactly for it, but it was lots of fun watching it, or at least it was as a kid. Yes, I have all the Mario games and Sonic and Black Knight, which I don't have anymore. I still have my Wii. Yeah, I still have my Wii, and I still have my Xbox 360, if any of you guys still, I don't think anyone cares about the Xbox 360 anymore. I don't even think people cared about it when it came out, because I know the Kinect was, because whenever Nintendo came out with their motion control thing, Microsoft was like, hey, we can do that. So they came out with the Kinect. Now, I didn't have a problem with the Kinect when it first came out, but then again, I was a kid. Anything was fun to me. So I played a few Kinect games, and it was fun and everything. It's interesting to see, like, I had a lot of opinions about things like the Kinect. I think it's fine, but looking now, and how a lot of people's opinions were at the time, of like how the Kinect was bad. And playing games like Mario Party DS was one of my favorite and most looked back upon Mario games that I played. Not Mario Party games, that would be Mario Party 8. My favorite Mario Party game is indeed Mario Party 8. But that was Mario Party DS is one of the ones that I remember looking back and having lots of fun with. But I watched gameplay of people who played it and talked about how much they didn't like it, which I guess it does depend on the generation you grow up in and what access, because these are people who grew up during the time of like Mario Party 2 and 3, or even Mario Party 1, just all the original Mario Party games came out. So Mario Party DS, and I looked back on a lot of the original Mario Party games that I didn't know about, that I didn't see before, and looked up, and they are marginally different than Mario Party DS. In my opinion, is still Mario Party DS isn't a bad game. It's really good, but a lot of people don't like it. And same thing with Mario Party Wii, which I can see it's much more reasonable for me understanding why people wouldn't like Mario Party Wii, because now understanding what I understand now about motion controls and everything, and VR being a thing that's out, how the Wii, whenever it started out breaking out with its motion controls, and then having games like a few Mario Party games, like it was something the Chimp. It was just a game where you crank, and it's a game where you make your chimp is like a robotic chimp. It's climbing up this tree, and then you just flick the Wii remote like back and forth to switch where your monkeys just turn the monkey to avoid the coconuts. And then there was just one game that was literally just a flag, and you just turn, and that's all you do. But even though that there were a lot of, I can agree now looking back that there were a lot of Mario Party games and Mario Party 8 that weren't the best, there were a lot of Mario Party games that I loved from Mario Party 8. What was it? I want to name some, but I don't remember the names of them. But yeah, I would still say Mario Party 8 is my favorite Mario Party game. I'm gonna go charge up my laptop. Give me 1 second. Da-da-da. 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 There we go. I don't know if they're up on YouTube, but I might legitimately look up all the videos with Gary and Alice because I'm really interested. The one that I have the most memories of was the Dark Gary episode where he was go give Christmas presents being a good guy because, you know, dark, no one with dark in front of their name, you know, like Dark Vader. I'm sorry, that was a bad joke. That was a really bad joke. But yeah, it was a Christmas episode holiday where he was giving out presents or something. I'm looking it up right now. I want to know what that was. Gary. Nintendo. Nintendo eShop, maybe that one. No, I can't find them. That's really just maybe if I knew what the exact title of their show was, I would look it up. Would have a more success looking it up. But I really want to find that. Same thing with Mario and Luigi's Dream Team, which it froze on me. I mean, that just sounds like a personal bad experience with the game. I think, which is funny, I knew a lot of because as a kid, I was obsessed with Mario. A little less so now. But Mario as a kid was my favorite video game character of all times, which I guess is no surprise to a lot of people. So I knew a lot of Mario games. That was a lot. And I even knew a lot about the Mario and Luigi games. Mario and Luigi Inside Bowser Story. You know, Mario, Luigi, Partners in Time, growing up. I knew about all those. I did not know about Mario and Luigi's Dream Team. That was the only Mario and Luigi game that I didn't know existed. And that's insane to me, because I was obsessed with Mario at the time, so I'm surprised that was not on my radar. Well, I guess I was also into like some other games. I remember playing, again, this is probably another unpopular opinion, but on the DS, there's a Zelda game called Phantom Hourglass. Some of you may have heard of it. I'm pretty sure this is an unpopular opinion, but I think that game is perfectly fine. I mean, I could agree with some of the nitpicky stuff that some people had on the game, like one of the mechanics being the hourglass itself. There was one temple in that Zelda game that you had to keep going back to over and over and over again, and while you're in the temple, there's like a timer, and if the time runs out, you die in that temple. So that is something I agree that isn't the best in the game, but other than that, I don't see what's bad about Phantom Hourglass. I think it's all fine. I mean, you get the experience, which you technically do get a similar experience from Wind Waker, but you get the experience of being out on the open ocean. You have a cannon you can fire, which I don't think, but maybe it is, I just don't remember. That's something you don't get in Wind Waker, that you have a cannon that you can fire. You can jump with the boat. And I remember whenever I was like going to like another place on the map, going to one area to another, into an area my map didn't cover, that the ghost ship or whatever, like I was like, oh, this is a spooky ghost ship. And whenever I was passing it, and I remember trying to take it on, I lost every time. I don't know why I did that, but that was something that I always did. So that's another game that I think, unpopular opinion wise, it's my favorite that a lot of people don't like, but that's one of my favorite Zelda games. Not my favorite Zelda game. My favorite Zelda game is Twilight Princess. True, it's the one with Phantasma. Yeah, I looked up Phantasma for the reason of, I'm gonna bring it up again. So if you didn't see it, I was making this, which was the Mario Brothers cipher. And as you can see Phantasma right there in between King Boo and Fawful. So it's basically a collage of all, in my, or at least from what I've seen, I could be completely wrong, but from what my research led to me, these are all the villains that are going to be in the cipher. And these are all, again, from what I could research or what I could see, that this is the most memorable video game villains in the Mario Brothers series, Mario and Luigi, or just Luigi games, because, you know, King Boo, this version of King Boo that you see is specifically from the Luigi's Mansion games. That's why I call this the Mario Brothers and not just the Mario Villain Cipher, the Mario Brothers, because it goes for both, because Fawful, you know, Fawful comes from the Mario and Luigi series, so does Phantasma that you see here. King Boo is this King Boo specifically because there are different versions of King Boo. There's the Mario Kart version, which its crown is just a gold crown. It's not the gem crown. So there's this King Boo specifically is from the Luigi's Mansion. The Phantasma's from Dream Team. Fawful's from a bunch of different Mario and Luigi games. Dementio is from Super Paper Mario, and then Bowser is just universal across all Mario games. I actually was, whenever I was making this thumbnail, I was sort of having a hard time because I didn't know if I could fit, if I could fit Phantasma in there, but I think people could see it. I had to change the color of the background. Originally, this background for the thumbnail was purple, so I guess by changing it to red, he sort of shows up more because he has like a purple, more purple design to him. I like how Bowser is in the front. Yeah, man, of course Bowser's in the front. And I may have... of course Bowser's in the front. Bowser's like the universal Mario villain. And it's totally not because of the reason of Bowser takes up so much space when making this thumbnail. So he had to be the one in front anyways. And it was easier to put villains around him than over top of him. That's definitely not the reason. It definitely is the reason. So if you guys didn't know about that, that's the next IRB that's coming out this month. Hopefully I'll be able to do it, probably be done this month. I'm gonna try to finish that whenever I can. Which, again, I keep saying that, but I don't know if that is gonna happen. I already talked about this before, but this requires people. I'm one person. I could do one voice. And like I said, if I did have a choice of who I wanted to voice, most likely it is going to be King Boo, because I could do the King Boo voice better than I can do any other voice. So, there's that. Lol, yes. I'm gonna take a sip of water. Mario Kart for the Wii was another one of my favorite Mario Kart games to play. A lot of memorable music for that one. And Mario Kart DS. Mario Kart DS and Mario Kart Wii had a lot of my favorite music, and listening back the Waluigi pinball theme, again, another great favorite from that music from those games. And my favorite thing about the Mario Kart Wii version is the battle maps. There were two in particular that I remember that were amazing. I think one of the ones that didn't appear on the Wii version was the Luigi's Mansion map, which I remember also liking the Mario Kart battle map, the Luigi's Mansion map. I know that that was on DS, but it wasn't on the Wii version. So on the Wii version, there was two maps. I forget what it's called, and I think I actually have them saved because I was making like my top 5 favorite Mario games or whatever that I was planning on doing that I never ended up doing. Mario Kart Wii battle map. Oh yeah, and whenever you played Mario Kart Wii, did you guys ever use the steering wheels that came? I'm gonna pull that up because those designs were something else. Hold on. So Mario Kart Wii controller. If you've ever purchased, or well, we bought it in like a specific pack. So I don't know if it always comes with this specific controller, but this is how, this is the controller. Oh, this isn't a PNG, isn't it? Okay, hold on. Gotta look it up PNG style. Give me a minute. But this was the controller that I had when, playing Mario Kart. I never used it all the time. Personally, I loved having not used it, playing it. I'm trying to, oh, this one's blurry. Whatever, I'll just use this one. I wanted to have it at an angle, but whatever, this is fine. So this is the controller. You guys can see right here. This is the controller that I played with when doing Mario Kart for the Wii. I'm sure a lot of people had this as well whenever getting the game. I've never used the wheel from Mario Kart Wii. I've used it a handful of times when playing the game, but eventually I sort of got worn down to like, this isn't really necessary, so I just stopped using the controller. It was kind of a weird idea. Like, originally I was like, that's really cool, but looking back on it, I'm just like, why? This wasn't necessary. I mean, sure, I guess it heightens the experience in a sense, but overall it's just like, why? Why? Yeah. One of my favorite, I think it was on the Wii version, one of my favorite maps, I was looking up the map, hold on, I want to look that up really quick. First, I was on the battle category, so I'll talk about my favorite battle maps from Mario Kart Wii. So, Funky Stadium was one of them. So, Funky Stadium was like Funky Kong's Funky Kong themed stadium, where it has a bunch of ramps and stuff, and they had a bunch of ramps on the side you can jump up, do flips on. There was a giant thing in the center that you could go over, you could flip over, and doing all that. It was like a skateboard park. So another one, Chain Chomp's Wheel, or just Chain Chomp, not with an S. Chain Chomp Wheel was another one of my favorite battle maps from Mario Kart Wii. It was so cool because I loved how it started. So everyone was like up on the top. So if you don't know what the map is, it's basically it's a relatively small map that's just a circle. But it's just a small circle with a giant thing in the center that sort of, you can go through it if you time it right. But it's like a giant spinning thing in the circle that sort of blocks you from going through if you don't time it right, if you want to jump through it. But you circle around the outside mainly. And it's so funny because even though it's not like, this is battle mode, this isn't a race mode, every time I played it, whenever I played it with friends or people, everyone was always going like one way. Like we could have gone, because it was a circle, we could have gone like the opposite way. We didn't necessarily need to go. That was in Mario Kart 7. Yeah, I remember that being in Mario Kart 7, which I was really excited for whenever I was playing Mario Kart 7, because that was my #1 favorite Mario Kart battle map. It was lots of fun. So those were my two, and I want to Mario Kart Wii maps. There were 2 maps that I remembered that were some of my favorites. The normal racing map. Oh yeah, and Rainbow Road. I don't know if people like the Rainbow Road, so that makes it 3. I don't know if people like the Rainbow Road version on the Wii version of Mario Kart, but I loved it. And Koopa Cape. There are so many here that I forgot about. Moon Knight. Actually, I do remember Moon Knight. Mushroom Gorge. Oh, there's so many. I want to play. Technically, I can if I wanted to. I still have my Wii. I could go and hook up my Wii just to play Mario Kart. That's something I want to do. That's something I want to do in the future. Whenever I have like a good gaming setup in the future, that is 100% something I'm going to do. I'm going to try to figure out how I can plug up my Wii, set it up to OBS where you guys can see whenever I'm playing, and I'm just going to play some Mario Kart Wii. I may have to buy new controllers and stuff because I think the ones that we have are broken or something like that. Or it just needs new batteries. I don't know. It's been a while. But I'm 100% gonna play whenever I have a setup. That's gonna be a stream we're gonna do. A Mario Kart Wii stream. Oh, Volcano. Man, they're just amazing. I love them. But anyways, the 2 most memorable maps that I look back when playing it, I'm going to try to find it. Oh, Yoshi Falls. Again, there's so many here that I just forgot about. I do remember Wario's Gold Mine. Wario Stadium, yep, I remember that. Toad's Factory. I do remember that one. Let's see. I'm trying to find it. Hold on. Koopa Cape. No. Ghost Valley. Ghost Valley was another good one. Okay, this is the one. DK's Jungle Parkway was the one that I was thinking of. So this is one of the 2 of my most memorable maps that I remember loving and playing in Mario Kart Wii. DK's Jungle Park. I think this was the map with the giant cannon which is one of the reasons why I loved it. So it's obviously a big jungle map. You go around, and to get to the finish line, you have to circle this big... You go up a mountain, so you start going over a bridge, and then after the bridge, there's this mountain that's like uphill, and you circle around, and at the very top is a cannon, and you go through that to get to the finish line at the bottom. I think there were a few maps that were similar, maybe not with a cannon, but I think there was a few maps in Mario Kart 7, Mario Kart 8 that had those things. So the other one, Daisy Circuit, was a classic. Coconut Mall. Coconut Mall was awesome. Coconut Mall was the second map that I remember most playing Mario Kart Wii. There's not really much to say of it. There wasn't too much crazy stuff with Coconut Mall. So you start like in the front outside of the mall, then you work your way into the mall, and then you go up escalators to get to the top. So you're driving up escalators, you hit around, and there's like a two-way turn you could do. Like there's two different paths. I don't remember. There was like, I think there was a top part, like you jump off of this ramp, and then whenever you hit the bottom, you go straight, and then you turn sorry, you turn to the side, and then the finish line is just right there. It's not a relatively big map. Well, it is. The inside of the mall is huge, but there were, whenever getting to that last out part side to make the turn to get to the finish line, you have like, you get to go two different ways, or it may just be one. I'm confusing different pathways, but there's like a top way and a bottom way to get out that final part. I'm just having too much fun talking about Mario Kart right now. I don't get to talk about Mario Kart Wii a lot. It's lots of fun. But those were the two most memorable maps from that game that I remember loving. Koopa Cape was a good one. Moo Moo Meadows. Moo Moo Meadows is a classic. Maple Tree. I guess Maple Tree was an okay map. Grumble Volcano was awesome. Mushroom Gorge was awesome. Moonview Highway was pretty decent. Not too bad. Not my favorite, but it's pretty good. The Bowser, they remade... Well, they did it both ways. But Bowser's Castle on the Wii version, the kart, specifically Mario Kart, Bowser's Castle. I know that I think it was the 64... Well, they had their own version, but I think they also... I think it was in the battle map, or maybe it was a different game that I'm thinking about, but... One of them had like the remake of the 64 kart castle, I think. I don't remember. I could be completely wrong about that. But the Mario Kart Wii version of Bowser's Castle, it wasn't... I mean, I love it. It's an awesome map. But it's obviously not the best of the Bowser's Castles that I've seen throughout different Mario Kart games. But it was still a really good map, and I enjoyed playing that a lot. Desert Hills, that was DK Summit. DK Summit was the classic. DK Summit was in the DS version. I don't know if it was... I think DK Summit was in an older Mario Kart game as well. Don't remember though. But it was in the DS version and it was in the Wii version. Both very, very nice maps. Dry Run, not too bad. Not the best either. I want to kind of look at Ghost Valley a little bit more. Oh yeah, Ghost Valley. I remember that. Ghost Valley was pretty... I mean, it was bland for the most part, so Ghost Valley, specifically Ghost Valley 2, I mean. So, basically, to describe how Ghost Valley 2 is, it's all very flat. There's no hills, there's nothing. You can fall off the sides. There's, like, rails on the side, but then there's gaps in the rails where you can fall off. So, it's mainly just a normal circle track, but there's... Well, I say circle. It's more like a blocky circle track with gaps in the side that if you don't turn right, you can fall off the edge. So for the most part, it's very simple, but I remember playing that a lot. CG, nope. Mars, nope. I forgot that there were actually a lot of Mario Circuit maps. I forgot all about those. And then of course, we have Peach's Beach, Peach Beach. That was a pretty good map. Not too bad. Wait, what? Sherbert Lane. I think I don't remember Sherbert Lane. Oh, I don't. This is one I had completely forgot about, but now I remember. This was so awesome. First appearance was in Mario Kart 64. Okay, yeah. Mario Kart 64, now Mario Kart Wii. Oh, that was so fun. Sherbelt Lane. I said Sherbert. Sherbelt Lane. Sherbet Lane. Whatever. I keep pronouncing it wrong. Basically, if you haven't played the N64 version of this map, or the Wii version, it's an ice theme with the penguins from Mario and Mario 64. Basically, it's an all ice map. There's water that you fall into, you can freeze. There's a small ice cave you go through. That's pretty much all that can be explained. I forgot all about that. Toad's facility was factory was 100%. No, go back. Let me check again. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to make sure. So, I forgot all about... I knew Wario's Gold Mine was a thing. Well, in the Mario Kart DS, there was obviously Waluigi's Pinball course that you could play, which was very, very good. I love that one. But I completely forgot that Waluigi also had just a normal stadium as well. The racing stadium. I completely forgot that was a thing that he had. I mean, again, Wario's Gold Mine was a thing in the Wii version, but I completely forgot that... Wow. Oh, its first appearance was in Mario Kart Double Dash. Okay, I didn't know that. Good map. Very good map. Yoshi Falls, I vaguely... Oh no, I remember this now. Yoshi Falls was like a very interesting map. So in Yoshi's Fall map, you could choose between going through two different sides. There was like the normal road, and then on the other side there was a bridge. But if you did it correctly, you can go from the bridge, and there was this giant Yoshi's egg in the center that you could like bounce on. So if you timed it right, if you had a mushroom, you could speed off of... There was a way you can get off of the bridge. So if you speeded off of the bridge and hit the egg just right, you would bounce off, and you can get so far ahead with that move. I remember I tried doing that a lot and failed so many times. Man, this was like a solid, 40 minutes talking about Mario Kart? I'm so sorry. I don't know if this is boring for anyone. I just had so much fun. It's been forever since I played Mario Kart, and I was just having fun talking about it. It's been forever, and I love it. Well, I miss the maps. I would not mind having hours stream, an hours long streams of playing Mario Kart. Would not hurt my feelings. Specifically Mario Kart Wii. Awesome game. I love their maps. Artist Corner. Sorry, I went into my Discord. Oh, okay. Alright. Wow, we are almost reaching 2 hours. I don't know if I'll just end it now, since I sort of ran out of things to talk about, since I'm not on my whole Mario Kart excessive annoyance talking anymore. Well, I don't know if you guys find it annoying or not. I mean, again, maybe it's just me. Well, I do enjoy listening to like people talking about their opinions on like games and movies, what they liked, what they didn't like. So those types of things, and just talking in general, a lot of the podcast stuff that's out there, so very enjoyable to listen to. I haven't actually seen a lot of them, but the very little ones that I have seen, very, very entertaining. So I enjoy listening to just people talking. I don't... Because there's a lot of people, specifically the viewer side of YouTube, likes to see a crazily edited video with gameplay footage or something like that. Oh... I'm the type of person who can enjoy listening to people just talking. There doesn't have to be any kind of editing. There doesn't have to be any kind of like special effects or anything. I enjoy just like putting on headphones and listening to people discuss what they liked about like a Mario game, or what they didn't like about a Mario game, or talking about like Marvel is the one that comes, like a Marvel movie or like a Marvel animated TV show that had come out or something like that. What they like, what they dislike. There doesn't have to be any editing or anything. I could just sit down, listen, and enjoy. But again, that's because, well, this is a topic for a whole other time. One that I had intended on talking about on my podcast channel, but some was different viewers who grow up on the viewer side of YouTube, who grew up in different generations, enjoy different things. If you grew up just a few years ago in this generation of YouTube and how it is now, I'm pretty sure the content you are most frequently used to is very well done and highly edited content, because there's lots of creators on the platform who can really edit a video, like do a really good job at editing a video. But even so, there are still a lot of channels here that just don't do a lot of editing. Like I talked about, there's just a podcast. You just listen to people talk. There's no editing. There's barely any background music. It's just simple people just talking. And me, I grew up, which I guess is one of the reasons why I enjoy watching a good, very well done edited video, but I grew up, which technically, it was sort of an early version. I obviously didn't watch YouTube in 2001 or 2002 when YouTube was first created. I think I first discovered YouTube when I was like 13, when I really started, because when I got my first iPhone, I sort of figured out YouTube was a thing, but I didn't grasp my head on what that really meant, what YouTube really meant at the time. Whenever I first got my iPhone, the only thing that I really did on YouTube was look up the Pokemon theme songs and just listen to the Pokemon theme songs, all of them. That's all I did with YouTube, and I didn't really grasp what YouTube could really do. Fast forward years later, whenever I'm like 13 or 14, I'm pretty sure it was 13, 12, I'm gonna say 12, when I first discovered what YouTube could really do, and I was like, wow, I didn't know that this is what this does. So that's sort of how, and growing up in the generation where watching a gaming channel with not a lot of editing, just very simple, like barely even any jump cuts, but it was amazing because it was like, what, a 10-15 minute video with barely any jump cuts, even though there was like long segments with some of these. I'm talking about, I sort of forgot their names. It's been so long since I've actually watched them. Well, at the time there were more child-oriented Minecraft channel. Forgot their names. It was two YouTubers who did like Minecraft on the Xbox or something like that. Don't remember, but it was something like that. Whew, I talked a lot. I kind of got a headache. I gotta take a drink of water. Ooh. Oh yeah, hold on. I got water right here. There we go. Sip, sip, sip. Good water. Good water. Okay. I kind of wish I realized that sooner. I could have made that joke a whole lot sooner. Okay. I'm kind of really tired now. Talk so much more. This is more than I ever talk. I'm an introvert. I don't even go out of my house for more than 5 minutes out of the day. Which is not a good thing, by the way. That is not a good thing. Well, I guess technically, well, I wouldn't call this, you know what? No, I wouldn't call this a one-sided conversation, because technically you guys are here and I can respond to you. Technically speaking, that is a thing that I can do. So I'm not going to call this a one-sided conversation. A one-sided conversation would be like me talking to myself. I guess I'm you know what? I'm going to be in the middle. I'm not going to say that that is what this is, and I'm not going to say that that isn't what isn't this is. Trying to make a negative to a positive, whatever. Basically, this is technically talking to myself in a sense that I can't see you guys and we're not like face to face. And for times like this when there's not like questions or anything going on in chat, like it's just not very active right now, it is technically just talking to myself basically, even though I'm trying to keep like a topic going to like tell you guys, talk about something interesting for you guys. I would consider that to be a one-sided conversation in a sense, but I wouldn't call it that, because on the other hand, I can talk to you guys, which is the whole part, which is the difference between having a live content and recorded content. And I've already talked about this, but that's one of the main things that I always try to keep up with, is talking to chat, because I think the difference between, and the reason why the difference is between live content and recorded content, is that you get to communicate with people over stream, like fans who watch you can talk to them. And again, if you do live content for a living, and whatever method, like you'll glance at chat every like 3 seconds and that's it. If there's something interesting, you bring it up, but if it's not, you just go back. Like, I understand if you want to do that, it's your stream, you run it however you want it to run. But I'm not a professional streamer, so I'm always going to try to look at chat when I can and always respond to you guys, because that's one of the biggest things with what's brought into the live chat in general, over YouTube and over Twitch. being able to communicate with people who join and watch you. I wasn't expecting to go into talking about recording versus live content again. I thought I talked about everything that I could talk about related to that. Whew, okay. Gotta stretch, okay. This has been very fun. I'm trying to... Okay. Good God, tired here. Interesting. Okay. So I need to stop being lazy because I can easily I can easily turn making this live stream about me being lazy so I don't have to do the Hollow Knight musical bites. And that's just my lazy nature, which again, I'm so close to finishing it, literally just so close to finishing all what has to be done, send them in to the people, we could get it done. Technically speaking, it's I mean, it's close to the end of the month, but if I could have finished, I had literally the musical, maybe not the beginning of next month, unfortunately, based on how things are going, but at the beginning of this month, I literally had finished one of the lyrics for the Hollow Knight musical bites, and there was only 2 left. There still is only 2 left. I had so many opportunities to finish them, and we could have finished them during the middle of this month, but because I was lazy, I'm sorry, I could talk about this forever of how I need to break out of this lazy rut of not working, because this, especially, I usually wouldn't really talk about it this much, really bring it up, because usually, like, even though I'm lazy from time to time, I still upload, I still find a way to quickly make something that's good enough to be uploaded, because in my eyes, there's a lot of recording takes that I do, and I put it in the editing, I'm like, this doesn't sound good, I'm not posting this, so I just scrap the whole thing, so... I'm sorry, that was... okay. So, basically, what the point of bringing that up is, I need to stop streaming right now, or else I could turn this into an excuse of not working on the Hollow Knight musical bites. And I've been working on it for about a year, and I need to finish it. So, I'm gonna try to do that. So, that's gonna be it. Thank you, everyone, so much for joining the stream. It's been good having you guys here. An interesting turn. I don't know. I probably will do an early morning. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I will, if I don't do an early morning live stream tomorrow, then I may do another evening live stream. Who knows? I don't know. So, we'll just see what happens. So, just expect a live stream tomorrow is what I'm trying to get at. Thank you, everyone, so much for joining this stream. Hope you've enjoyed, and, hope you guys have a good rest of the day, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow whenever I live stream either in the morning or in the afternoon. Yeah. Later, everyone. Later.